Welcome back to the channel, guys. A little more mechanical, old project 1 ton here. Rear diff fluid was good. Transfer case fluid was good. Front diff, no fluid. Had to top it up. Got to see what's going on there. It already had a leak there, so there's a possibility of not doing anything with that right now. But what I'm up to is trying to figure out what happened to all the transmission fluid. If you recall, in previous video, I put 4 quarts of fluid in it to get from here to the neighbor's house and back over the winter and spring going on. And as such, the transmission should have still been full of fluid, even though it was parked for a few years. So where did all that fluid go? So I'm going to get under the truck and we're going to look for a leak. Okay, so we're up here under the truck and there's oil on this line here, and it goes up to the heat exchanger, which is up there. I don't know what kind of condition that's in. That looks a little bit crusty. I go over to the other end. Somebody's been in here and put a patch on here that looks like bronze welding rod. Alright, I want to show you this, guys, real quick. As far as I can tell, that, you guys see, that's a transmission module, like an aftermarket thing. And they've tapped a wire on the computer and it's grounded there, and that wire heads down underneath the truck down to the transmission. So anybody knows anything about that, please leave a comment. So I got the bottom of the line broke free from the transmission. That was a bit of a pain in the ass. And then I come over here and I tried to get to that fitting. That's it, down there from underneath, reaching up. That didn't work so good. The top portion of the fitting that screws into the tank is moving, like the adapter, but the actual compression type fitting, it's not moving. And then I pulled the plastic tub out from in here so I could get some more light, and then remove the air box off the turbo. So now I'm hoping I can crawl in there, because I'm gonna have to get 2 wrenches on there, one to hold the top fitting and one to try to break that free. Now, I already priced a new line directly from the dealer. It was like $162. But the good thing is he gave me the part number. And believe it or not, Amazon, you can get the same part, dealer part, from Amazon. I found 2 listings for it. One was like $30 cheaper, and the other one was like $50 cheaper for the same part. So if I can't repair this one, now I'll probably get that. Now Dorman makes a replacement part, an aftermarket, but it's got a rubber piece that goes in that section there, and a lot of bad reviews on that part. So I think I'll go back with a dealer part. Now I managed to get that line off of there, and it took a bunch of the old WD-40s and a propane torch and a lot of perseverance, but that line is off. Now the funny thing is, it's not leaking any oil. Possibly it's just plain empty, or there's a back check valve in that tank. So here's the old line. This end, not too bad. It just needs cleaned up. This is the end that was leaking. It's pinched up here, twisted there. Got this weld on it here. I don't know if it's worth saving or not. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, see what happens here. I coated the bronze area with some dish soap. I'm just gonna put my thumb over the end of that and shoot some air in the other end. See if I get any bubbles. See, there it is right there. Took it in, put it in the vise, and I ran over this whole area here with a wire wheel just in the cordless drill. And then I put some water in the tube, did the same thing, pressurized it, and it not only bubbled here, it bubbled there, and it bubbled there. I think there's either a minute fracture in the tube here, or the tube itself is perforated, basically. So there's no salvage in this, line. I'm gonna order a new one. All right. So here's where I'm at. Fortunately, this stuff was on sale, so I got 15 quarts of transmission fluid. Ordered a gasket and filter for the tranny. I ordered a new one of these tubes. It's going to be a little while coming, so you guys can see that. I repaired the big old crack that was in there that I actually found off camera. So I just used a TIG, zipped that up. It's just temporary. This tube is in, like I mentioned before, bad condition. So this is the deal. I put this back on the truck for now, so I can move it around if I have to. When the new part shows up, I'm going to be obviously putting the tube in and servicing the transmission all in one shot. So the new transmission line showed up, so now we can get busy, service the transmission. So the old tube's out, and the new tube looks like the old tube, which is good. Now this brass fitting, it screws into the side of the transmission where that goes in. It had some thread sealer on it, and when I took that tube out, the old tube originally, this turned a little. So I extracted it, and sure enough, it had some thread dressing on it. So I'll get this cleaned all up with a wire brush, and then once the transmission is ready to be serviced and all done, I'll dress it with the Loctite 567. Screw that back in, snug it up, and then put the tube back in and fill it with oil. Okay, so here's where I'm at now. Pan down, sprayed the body with some brake clean and cleaned it all up, and put new filter in. Just two screws holds that up, pop them down, give that a wipey wipe, put the new one up. Now I gotta clean up the pan and put that back up. Okay, pan's all clean, magnets all clean, back on the dimple, ready to put back up. Now that's unfortunate, somebody's repaired it right here in the corner. It looks like there's some like JB weld or something on it. It's on there, and it's on the outside here too. That's unfortunate. If I'd have known, I'd ordered a new pan, but it is what it is for now. I'll get the gasket ready, get this bolted back up so I can get that tube put back on. So this filter kit here came with two gaskets, one for the 46 model and one for the 47. So just pick out the one that fits your application. So fittings ready, got the white poop on there. Now up there, I don't know if you guys can see through the frame rail, it keeps wanting to weep transmission fluid out of the hole from up in the body somewhere. So I'm just going to try to wipe that out the best I can with a towel and then insert the fitting. Alright, so fittings back in. Now word of caution, just bring it up snug, give it a little bump, that's it. You do not want to crack the aluminum casing by just driving her home. So tubes in there, finger tight, snug, and I'm gonna go over to the other side and hook it up and tighten it up, and then come back and tighten this side up. So tape did the job, protected the end of the tube. I peel the tape off, slide the nut up, get that started and mostly tightened up. Like I said, go back to the other end, do the same, and then we can start loading the tranny with some fluid. Okay, so tube's all buttoned up. I'm gonna put one of these 5-quart jugs in, and then I'm gonna dump the pan, the catch pan, into here so I can kind of judge how much actually came out, and then I'll be able to start the truck and then add fluid. Of the pan right up here, but it looks like it's slowly seeing itself up. The new tube, I don't know, you guys can see the new tube again, no leak there. So that's it for this one, guys. Here on in, we're going to get into some body work, some cutting, some welding, and carrying on. So thanks for watching. Peace.